So guys, after Wike came out to say that Amaechi is hungry for power, we know that Amaechi recently made a statement saying Nigerians are hungry, and that has not gone well with APC. I mean, it hasn't gone well with them. Somebody like Wike did not hide his feelings. He came after Amaechi, saying Amaechi was governor for 8 years, he was this, he was that, he was minister and all that. How dare he come out to say he's hungry? I mean, Wike came so hard on Amaechi, but guess what? Wike is not getting it easy this time, because Nigerians have also reacted. You know, people are saying that if Wike is saying Amaechi is hungry for power, how about Wike himself, who has disrupted the peace in Rivers State, because he said, according to him, that Fubara destroyed his political structure, and for that reason, Rivers State will know no peace. So Wike is pointing fingers at Amaechi, that Amaechi should be ashamed of himself for saying that he's hungry, while Wike himself is also hungry for the same power. So guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video. Don't also forget that Peter Obi was in Niger State where flood, you know, there was this flood disaster that left so many people bite and many things destroyed. Take your time, watch this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Take a look.
Point of view. When we teach students dramaturgy, we talk about flaw of character as a major trope in tragic stories. It's called either amasia or hubris. I think what we're dealing with regard to Nyesom Wike is hubris. Hubris, which relates to his own character. Now, let me start with Rotimi Amaechi. He says Rotimi Amaechi is hungry for power. He could not deliver 10% for Atiku in the 2023 election. He could not address hunger while he was a minister or while he was a governor. Now, there's a basic principle in human relationships about your relationship with your bosses. I think that Nyesom Wike is very rude, disrespectful, because Rotimi Amaechi is his boss in politics. When he was local government chairman, or was he councillor, during Amaechi's second term, it was Rotimi Amaechi that helped him to become local government chairman at Obio Akpo local government area. He subsequently became chief of staff to Rotimi Amaechi. It was Rotimi Amaechi that recommended him to become Minister of State for Education in Abuja. So he talks this carelessly about his former boss. I think it's disrespectful. I think it speaks to his character. Number two, this same Nyesom Wike still talking about this hubris. The theory is this, people can double check it. You know, has also abused Peter Odili, Sir Peter Odili, an elder statesman. He has said publicly that Peter Odili does not qualify to be an elder. This is the same man that he was taken to by Mama Peace. Dr. Patience Jonathan, to help him to become governor. There is no name he has not called Dr. Peter Odili and his wife. He even referred to him as one man and his wife as one woman. This is a statement about character. This same Nyesom Wike says he's fighting for President Jonathan, and that there's nobody in PDP that can stop him, not even Chief Olabode George, whom we refer to as a ground rent debtor. So who will Nyesom Wike not insult? Senator John Mbata, who was his godfather at a point, he insulted him too. And he has shown signal that he's also going to insult President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In that interview, he pointed out that if he had known that President Tinubu was going to declare a state of emergency in Rivers, he would have offered a different kind of advice. That's already a signal to President Tinubu to know that this man you are dealing with is only interested in his own interest, permanent interest, not permanent friends. And so President Tinubu should beware, because tomorrow he will abuse this same President Tinubu. He says nobody can touch him in PDP. Okay, what does that mean? Is saying that, yes, it's possible for a man to be everywhere as long as his personal interest is involved. So these are the questions to be raised about the hubris of Nyesom Wike. I think that is the major issue. That is the story.
Talk about Rotimi Amaechi.
Yes, sir.
And you have been specific. I don't know how a man will choose his sister's birthday to tell lies. It's unfortunate. Of all time, it's your sister's birthday that people are celebrating you. You used to tell lies to Niger. You are hungry. Let us tell ourselves this. He was speaker 1999 to 2007. Yeah. And if anybody knows, he was the most pampered speaker. Then he was reading law in London as a speaker 1999 to 2007. He became a governor 2007 to 2015. He was still reading law in London. 8 years as Speaker of Rivers State House Assembly. 8 years as Governor of Rivers. You never talked about hunger. You became a minister from 2015 to 2023. 8 years, super minister, transport. Where you were borrowing money for existing bad loans. You didn't talk about hunger. 2 years you have left office. I'm in coalition because I'm hungry. You're only hungry of power. And that's just failure on his part. How do you look at it? How do you insult Nigerians? How do you trivialize the issue of hunger or poverty?
Well, an interesting perspective from Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, is an interesting individual. Love him or hate him, he has an interesting perspective to things. But guys, what I see is all of them being politicians. At the end of the day, whether it's Nyesom Wike or the president or Reuben Amaechi, they're all politicians. So don't be confused or swayed. All these are political rhetorics. So we have to focus on the substance. You know, him being cheeky there, talking about Reuben Amaechi being hungry for power. They are all hungry for power. If he wasn't hungry for power, the issue in River State, for instance, may not have been, because he wants to manage the structure. He put these people in power with the resources, his or the state, whichever you want to look at it. And as far as politics are concerned, politicians are concerned, they want to be relevant. And so it's also the interest in power, in that sense, that is causing the upset in River State. So he's also a dramatic person in River State. So when you talk about people being hungry for power, and Nyesom Wike, Amaechi, all of them are all hungry for power. If not, they will not be there. But what is important to us as a people is for the substance of the matter. Is there poverty in the land? Yes, there's poverty. The government is explaining to the effect that this poverty, they understand why it's there because of the twin policy. And people are saying 2 years down the line, when is this going to be over, or some level of reprieve? I think that's, for me, guys, what I want to focus on. Because whatever is said there, they're all guilty. The president, Reuben Amaechi, Wike, all hungry for power, fact for fact. And they'll keep trying to stay in power at the end of the day. So that's a non-issue. But the pain as it affects the people is what is primary to all of us. Whether the opposition is cashing in on that pain is a different kettle of fish. But the lived-in reality of human beings that are citizens of Nigeria is biting hard. And that's, for me, what I want to focus on as far as all that statement is concerned.
Absolutely. And I think we've seen a trend, particularly for the former governor and former minister. I recall last year, I think it was in October, when he was saying that he couldn't afford diesel again. Right, and I know a lot of people came for him saying, well, this doesn't add up. First, super minister, but lest we forget, I know they also say, exactly, I know they say ministers are equal in the cabinet. We say that just to make everybody feel good. But when you look at the budget that the ministers handle, then you begin to understand why some people are called super ministers, right? So if you have a minister who works, and you know what goes on in that ministry in terms of the constructions, the loans, and all of that, you understand why it's called a super minister. Then former governor of oil-rich River State, to have said that, so that caused quite a stir last year. And this year, yet again, he's saying he's hungry. So I think there's been that consistent trend. Is he trying to pass a message beyond that? Because we know that he's not hungry. Certainly. I mean, take a look at how much... Saying that. Of course. I mean, how much did it cost to rent the hall that was used for that event in Abuja? It cost millions of naira. So a hungry person wouldn't rent that hall. Even if they gave him the money, if you're a hungry person and someone is giving you 10 million to rent a hall, you say, I don't need to rent a hall. Give me the 10 million naira cash. We'll do Zoom for that book launch. So perhaps he's trying to pass another message. On the one hand, is it trying to solidarize with other Nigerians and say, well, I feel your pain, I feel the hunger, so I am hungry like you, even though I am not hungry in that sense. So there are lots of layers to peel off this one. But clearly, as Jeffrey said, politicians are hungry for one thing mostly. It is power, influence.
I think
steady.
I agree with Jeffrey here. Jeffrey has defined, the heart of the conversation, which is Minister Nyesom Wike's honesty, and also called him out for also being hungry for power. If he were not, how do you define the situation in Rivers State? And we all know that he has clearly identified himself as the protagonist, or if you like, antagonist in that situation. He's the one calling the shots, is the one giving the conditions for peace in Rivers State. And, not just Rivers State, if he's not hungry for power as well, how has he called the shots or held the PDP by the jugular since the 2023 elections? So it just pretty much tells us that, our politicking is not a politics of ideas, but a politics of power grab, a politics that protects the bourgeoisie in the society, a politics of snatch it first and then let the opposing party go and cry in the courts later on. People are dying in Niger State. There is no superior argument from the politicians about the environmental challenge. There is education crisis. There's no superior argument about to improve the lot of students and pupils in school. No superior ideas from the electorate. So it just speaks to the need for the people to be more informed and to also be a part of the process. We're looking forward to reading from you on these as well, but we'll move on to another. And this time around, we're going to Niger State, of course, a consequence of politicking, whether you like it or not. Is it good or bad politicking? But what exactly is happening there? Coyote, you have it.
Oh, yes. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi, paid a visit to Niger State in the aftermath of the flooding, the Mokwa flooding. We understand that the death tolls nearing 200 or even more than that as at this moment. And Mr. Peter Obi characteristically visited with some members and leaders in his party, and it was good to see him, of course, condoling the people and also making a donation yesterday in Niger State. So there you have it, the presidential candidate of Labour Party visiting yet again. So perhaps it's a call to other Nigerians to support. He donated 20 million naira, I should say. And the Niger State government has also put out a tweet and put out account number trying to raise funds for the humanitarian situation, particularly for the people affected. Again, I know there are different sides to this argument. Isn't the government able to adequately cater to these needs? But in situations such as this one, all of the help you can get is certainly welcome, right? I know the federal government had said, let's give, is it 6,000 or 60,000 bags of rice? The Primary Healthcare Development Agency set up at these centers. But those who are in need are still saying, well, we don't have all of the help, at least the basic that we need. So it's good to see Mr. Peter Obi paying a visit to Niger State. I know that a lot of people have also read political meanings to it, but I think this is something he's done consistently in other parts of the country. Is it Plateau? I know there was some controversy when he wanted to visit Benue at some point, but hey, it's a call to action for the Nigerians as well. And to the government also, we should not wait for events like this to happen. We can plan ahead, better disaster management, early warning systems, and to the people as well, guys.
And we have the first user. Jeffrey, you have the first.
No, you can go ahead, Bukola.
There's Mr. Bishop who's speaking this morning, and he's, well, if you like, he's through projecting what would happen under a different leadership. And he says to Mr. Obi, under your leadership, all this mess up and down would be no more. That's coming from Mr. Bishop. Kaide, you have the next one.
Just to be clear, do you mean that there will be no natural disasters if you were president? Do you mean that there will be better preparedness in that sense? Again, there's the federal and the state layers, so it's important to properly contextualize these things. Yes, it may have a direct line to Providence, to Mother Earth, saying, well, disaster should happen during my time. Maybe it does, but it's important to also know that other people have responsibilities, the governors, subnationals, lawmakers, and all of that, to ensure that some of these things are really dealt with. The next user, Maurice Moye, saying, I sincerely appreciate your unwavering dedication to the people of Nigeria. Your efforts exemplify a profound commitment to service, he says.
All right, this is coming from Joe Jeffs. Truly, there will have empathy and compassion for his people. Peter Obi, be ready to drive Nigerians to the awaited Nigeria that is possible. This is already campaigning, right? The decision-making balls must end at your table. Decide the future of Nigeria. We appreciate your generosity and effort. So as Kayode said, whether this is politically motivated or it's just is humanity, all are welcome. But we cannot take away the political element as well, because this is all part of the political PR to keep visibility as far as this is concerned. And he's done quite a bit in staying visible in the eyes and the mind of people, either by his pronouncement or some of these visits. So it's a twin humanitarian effort as well as a political PR, in my view.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. People like Wike, Wike always come out to paint himself as a saint. I mean, Wike presents himself as a very, a sincere person. He's very truthful. He will say, I don't know how people think. I don't know what people are. The way Wike will package himself, you think you are. Anyway, Wike is being, Tinubu is being warned like that. See, Wike is not sparing others. He's not going to spare you because the bad days are ahead. Tinubu should learn his lessons. Bad days are ahead because politics is always about ups and downs. Bad days are ahead. There are days that Tinubu is not going to agree with Wike again. There are days that time is coming, Tinubu will not be in power again, and Wike will not find any relevance in him. And that is why people are telling Tinubu that, like, the Igbo people will say that this bird should look at how they are pushing a fellow bird because one day it might be its turn. So Tinubu should look at the person of Wike and see how Wike is behaving, the way he talks about people and all that, and also know that he himself, he is not safe. For the fact that they want to grab power at all costs and they are doing it in a do or die way so that people, will think they are together. A time will come, Tinubu will leave Aso Rock. He will leave Aso Rock after 2027 presidential election, and we are going to see what is going to happen. Honestly, we are going to see what is going to happen. Let me just take some of the headlines on the social media. This Onanuga is saying that Tinubu has opened opportunities for Nigerians to make money. That's one of the headlines here. Tinubu has opened opportunity for Nigerians to make money. Let me take some of the reactions. This person say it's true. More than 5,000 persons have lined up on a 30-kilometer road to sell gala and drinks. Business idea. And this person say if they never buy one elder, they remain in no-go land. Honestly, that Tinubu has opened business opportunities for Nigerians. Can you imagine that? When Nigerians cannot eat, Nigerians cannot drink. These people, they are really so detached from the reality. They are really, really so detached from the reality. And this person saying, the clouds you see in Nigeria are made of cocaine dust. And that person said, how these guys walk around free still amaze me. He said how these politicians are walking around free. Nigerians have not released their vendetta on them. Is what is amazing them. And this person say, our elders are bringing disrespect to themselves. Honestly, you see, Bayo Onanuga is really bringing disrespect. He said, give me just 2 examples, sir. This person say, Bayo, give us 2 examples that Tinubu has brought business opportunities to Nigerian youth. Give us 2 examples. This person said Tinubu has opened opportunities for his loyalists to make money, jokers. You see, it's just for his people, lies upon lies. That's why another person said, useless elders, saying things like blind people. You can imagine. Yes, his loyalists who are Nigerians. Yes, his loyalists who are Nigerians. Not be only opportunities, even opportunity. So, Bayo Onanuga is saying that Tinubu has opened business opportunities for many Nigerians. And this person is saying that no, Tinubu had opened opportunities for old fools. Not be only opportunities. Honestly, this is what Nigerians don't want to hear, because this just shows that these leaders, they are so disconnected from the reality, the plights of Nigerians. They don't care. So you can imagine Bayo Onanuga coming out to say that, Tinubu has opened many business opportunities for Nigerian youth. It's really so sad. That's to tell you that, see, these people don't even understand the plights of the people of Nigeria. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below.